K-pop group that debuted as 5 in 1998 and disbanded as 4 in 2002. Jang Suk-hyun, Lee Jihye, So Ji-young, John Kim, and Oh Hee-jung were the members when they debuted. However, John Kim and Oh Hee-jung would leave in 1998 after their first album, The Sharp. In 1999, Sori and Chris would join. In 2000, Sori would leave, leaving Jang Suk-hyun, Lee Jihye, So Ji-young, and Chris as the lineup until they disbanded. So Ji-young's and Lee Jihye's relationship was filled with conflict, tension, and jealousy, with one another trying to one-up each other. With conflicts in the air, So Ji-young would take things to another level. She would bully and isolate Jihye. Why did Ji-young act so harsh towards Jihye and treat her the way she did? And what did people around them do or not do? How many people knew what was going on, and did they just stand to the side and let it happen, or did they get involved? The group debuted under World Music Entertainment. So Ji-young was to have the best role of the group, being the visual and main vocalist, while Jang Suk-hyun, John Kim, and Oh Hee-jung were rappers. Their first album was produced by Lee Sang-min, a popular songwriter and producer. When they started recording, they had a big problem, being that Lee Sang-min was known for producing songs with high notes, which Ji-young was unable to reach. Lee Sang-min suggested adding a better vocalist, bringing Lee Jihye to the group. Over the time of recording the songs, Jihye started getting more lines than Ji-young, and basically ended up replacing her as the main vocalist, sparking a start of Ji-young's resentment towards Jihye. They would sometimes compete with each other while singing and performing. A member, Jang Suk-hyun, once stated that he believed the company contributed to the feud by pitting the girls against each other. Over time, the rivalry turned into bullying. Ji-young and Chris openly ignored and isolated Jihye and even tried to pressure Jang Suk-hyun into joining Ji-young. Ji-young dated a fellow singer, Roo Si-won, who allegedly also participated in bullying and threatening Jihye. Because of this, Jihye had to further isolate herself, which took a huge mental toll on her. This even affected their album that was next released, Style. She had to do photo shoots, dance practices, and recordings on her own, which further separated them. World Music Entertainment continued to avoid the issue even though it was taking a toll on Sharp. As tension was bubbling, it all came to a breaking point on October 8, 2002. Sharp was at KBS for broadcasting when Jihye and Ji-young were going into the elevator together. Ji-young began singing Unlucky B-Word to Jihye, and that was the last straw for Jihye, and so she beat Ji-young up. Jihye claims to have hit Ji-young 2 to 3 times and that Ji-young swore at her first. But Ji-young claims that Jihye hit her 7 to 8 times and that she never cursed at her. Jihye knew she was in the wrong and called Ji-young to apologize later on, but she just ignored her apology. Just a few days after, on October 10th, in the same building, Ji-young's mom would take action into her own hands and rushed into the waiting room and chased Jihye down, angry about the assault in the elevator. And she swore at Jihye and beat her. Soon news got a hold of this information, and the girls made headlines and had to hold a press conference, which was broadcasted. Jihye made herself look like the victim.
탑승해서 내려 녹화장으로 향하던 도중에 갑자기 지혜 언니로부터 입에 담지 못할 욕설과 일방적인 구타를 당했습니다.
어머니 뭐 다 있는데 욕을 하고 때린 건가요?
네. 그때 당시에 아무도 들은 사람이 없다고 하셨고 저 역시 욕설을 한 적이 없습니다. 일방적으로 맞았고 제가 병원에 입원할 정도로 구타를 당했습니다. 최소 7대 이상 맞았고요. 지목으로 한 4대 정도 맞았고 맨 처음엔 머리채를 휘어잡혔고.
Nobody was backing Jihye up, and it wasn't going in her favor. Ji-young confidently let the manager speak, thinking he was on her side. However, he exposed Ji-young for the years of bullying Jihye.
이렇게 3가지 부분에서 지혜 언니와의 얘기는 분명히 다른 그런 사실을 꼭 말씀드리고 싶습니다. 그리고 옆에 있는 크리스 역시, 그리고 옆에 계시는 매니저 오빠 역시 그날 폭행 당시에 있었던 분들이고 그 상황을 모두 지켜보았던 당사자들입니다.
이지혜 씨가 서지영 씨를 일방적으로 때렸다는 말인데요.
제가 또그
이날은 샵의 매니저를 비롯해서 수사 관계자가 함께 동석을 했었는데요. 서지영 씨의 반론 도중 뜻밖의 사태가 벌어졌습니다.
1분 급하다해서 계속 통화를 하고 있는 상황이었고 그 상황에 지영이가 중얼거리는 소리 들었습니다. 그런 소리 들었는데 저도 통화를 하고 있었기 때문에 지영이가 무슨 소리를 하는지 잘 모르겠어요. 하여튼 중얼거리는 소리 들었었고 증인도 있습니다. 증인도 있고 그 증인이 제가 들은 얘기도 있고 나중에 진상조사를 했습니다. 나중에 제가 그 증인이 누구라고 말씀 못 드리겠어요. 나중에 기자분들이 정 필요하다 싶으면 제가 그 기자와 전화통화를 하게든가 아니면 직접 만나게 해드리겠습니다.
And not too long after, Ji-young would leave the press conference. After the press conference, more info came out, members went on hiatus, and this led to Sharp being disbanded. All because of jealousy, resentment, tension, and bullying.
울지마 이미 지난 일이야